Dark times right now, and I just want to find my daughter. I want to thank everybody that's out there risking their life, everybody that's out there walking the banks, looking through all the brush. I just pray everybody's safe, and I just hope that you guys keep my daughter in your prayers and that she returns safely to me. I still have hope that she might be alive, and I just want to ask everybody to keep all the departments involved pressured, that you guys keep calling them and telling them to please do what they have to do to find my daughter and to not let up. They have more resources than we do, and this is what they're trained to do. So I just ask everybody just to keep them pressured into doing their job, because from what I'm hearing from everybody is that they're doing the bare minimum, and I need to know that my daughter's going to be found. And I'm not sure if that's going to be possible. From what I'm hearing from people, like tomorrow the water's going to drop about halfway. I'm going to be out there on a boat with a man named James. He has experience in this river, and I'm gonna look for my baby, and I'm not gonna stop, and I'm not gonna leave until I find her. And I just ask everybody just to keep these departments pressured into doing their job. And you know, if this was their kid, how would they feel? I wouldn't wish this on anybody, but I just pray that you try to understand my pain and try to understand where I'm coming from. That's all I have to say.
Are they telling you anything about the resources they are bringing out? Or
They haven't said nothing.
They said that
I have people that are like really involved. They're driving around, looking in places, and they're the ones bringing the information to me. But not one officer has brought any information. I'm not blaming this on them. This isn't their fault. But I just hope that they just keep doing their job and that they keep trying to find my daughter.
And you were telling me earlier, you're not going to leave this area until she is found?
Until she's found, I'm not going nowhere.
So you guys have kind of been camping out here. And it looks like you have a huge crowd of supporters and family here.
There's going to be more coming.
Tell us who's with you here.
I have friends, family, people I've never seen in my life. And I'm thankful for every last person that's here.
What do you want the community to know about Matilda?
She's a sweet little girl. She's our world. She's our world. I just want her back. That's it.
Is it okay if I talk with you a couple words in Spanish?
That's fine.
¿Me puedes decir qué es lo que estás pidiendo tú ahorita?
Estoy pidiendo a todas las personas que mantengan a las agencias que están involucrados en la búsqueda, que los mantengan presionados, que les sigan diciendo que no paren de buscar, porque lo que yo estoy escuchando es que ellos están haciendo completamente lo mínimo para andar buscando a mi hija. Y yo nomás le pido a todos, si tienen voz o si tienen autoridad o voluntad o lo que sea, que por favor digan algo y que mantengan estos departamentos presionados, que usen todo lo que puedan, barcos, todo lo que sean, para que encuentren a mi hija.
Y dices que en realidad no ha habido mucha comunicación con ellos.
No, las únicas personas que me están trayendo información son personas que viven en este pueblo, en el pueblo de Oakdale, y ellos están bajando en los lugares donde ellos piensan que a lo mejor ella puede estar, y ellos están buscando, y donde ellos van y buscan se encuentran.
Agradeces el apoyo de la comunidad.
Sí, sí. Y sí, y les quiero mencionar también que todo lo que andan haciendo y todo lo que hagan lo agradezco mucho. Nomás que ahorita estoy en un tiempo, estoy doliendo mucho. Yo nomás quiero que encuentren a mi hija. Yo les quiero decir gracias de abajo de mi corazón a todos por todo. Gracias al pueblo de Oakdale por todas las donaciones. Gracias por todas las personas que me están ayudando a buscar y todas las personas que me están acompañando en el tiempo de mi necesidad.
And we have quite a few people watching this live on Facebook right now from ABC 10. So if you could, can you run through a little bit about how you're feeling again? You mentioned you're frustrated right now.
I'm more than frustrated. It's a wave of emotions that I can't control. Sometimes I feel numb, sometimes I feel angry, sometimes I feel guilty. I just don't know how to feel. But I just want my daughter back. I just want her back. That's it.
Has your family been helping with the search efforts?
She has uncles, cousins, everywhere along the river looking. But tomorrow they're shutting off 4 dams, and that's going to slow the flow of the water about halfway. And tomorrow I'm going to be in there in the water looking for my baby.
For those that are just now tuning into this, how did this happen on Sunday?
We were sitting on a rock wetting our feet, and we were just having a good time, and she stood up and she slid in. She just stood up so fast and slid in, and I didn't even hesitate. I jumped in after her, but the current took us both. There was a lot of brave people that were in there jumping in and trying to save her, but the current was too strong. You know, even for a grown man, it's a strong current, and I can only imagine. I can't even imagine where my baby's at right now. I just hope she's safe and that I get to get her back.
And you were pulled in with her?
I jumped in. When she fell in, I jumped in. And I grabbed her and I kept trying to push her up, but I kept sinking and the current separated us. And that's when I was screaming for my friend, and he jumped off a cliff and he jumped in the water, but the current started drowning him too. And then a few people started jumping in and they started drowning as well.
And the Sheriff's Department has been calling this a recovery mission since
Yes,
Sunday.
they said this is no longer their priority. This is what they told us yesterday morning, like at 7 a.m. when they barely started to continue to search, because the day before they called off the search. Within like 2 to 3 hours after she went missing, the search was already off. And yesterday the sheriffs came and tried to pressure us and telling us there's stuff that we can't be telling the news, but I'm not scared of the police. I'm not scared of the sheriff. If anything, I want them to work with me to find my daughter. I just want their help, and that's it. I don't want them to, you know, blow smoke screens or anything like that. I just want my daughter to be found.
Is there some hope that she is still alive?
Of course there is. Of course I want my baby alive. I want her back.
Thank you very much for your time. All right, I'm going to flip the camera back around just to give you a quick update on what we were just hearing. We did just a quick press briefing with the father of the 5-year-old girl that has been missing out here in the Stanislaus River. She did go missing in the Stanislaus River on Sunday afternoon. She was pulled into the current after falling off a rock. Her dad, as we just heard, jumped into the river but was not able to get her out in time, and she was kind of pulled very quickly down into the river. Thank you very much for your time. We do appreciate it. And so we were just getting our mic back from the father there. We're working on putting together a story about this tonight, just kind of updating where the Sheriff's Department is on this recovery effort and how the family is doing. Honestly, we haven't seen anybody from the Sheriff's Department here. We were told it would be until after 3 o'clock until we would be able to get an on-camera press briefing from the Sheriff's Department, but as of right now we haven't seen anybody in boats or anybody official kind of looking through the water just yet. The family is still very, very emotional right now. As you can imagine, their 5-year-old girl is still missing, and they are holding out hope that she is alive and that she is still somewhere in this area. As you may have heard me ask during that press briefing, the Stanislaus County Sheriff's Department has been calling this a recovery effort since Sunday afternoon, which means at this point, it is so tragic to say, but at this point they are looking for a body, and they believe that it is highly likely that she may have been pulled under a rock or under some kind of debris, under a tree, something. As you know, this river right behind me here, it's full of a lot of debris right now, a lot of trees, and the water is running at a very high, cold, and fast level. So they believe it's likely she could have been pulled under one of these trees. The family is holding out hope she is still alive and that she is still with us. So that's the story that we're working on. I'm gonna step out of this Facebook Live just so that we can get back to piecing together this story. I hope you will continue to follow our updates, but I just wanted to bring you that little tidbit of a press briefing that we heard from the father of the 5-year-old girl that is still missing here in Stanislaus County. So we will have more reports on this coming up in the 5 and the 6 o'clock show on ABC 10. And our thoughts are definitely with this family right now, and we will let you know if we hear any new information from the Stanislaus County Sheriff's Office just as soon as we get it. So for now, reporting in Stanislaus County at the Knights Ferry Recreation Area, this is Lena Howland for ABC 10 News.